Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. And in today's episode, we are going to be doing some very important things. Now, I've done a little bit of work between episodes. This used to be cobblestone. The cobblestone, I wasn't feeling it. So I swapped it out for the spruce that we kind of were using on these little pathways, and I think I like it a lot better. It flows much more nicely, and then it also connects with these little kind of elevated paths a lot better as well. More importantly, I have spent an insane amount of hours at this AFK fishing farm. I know that for you, it's only been a day or two, but for me, it's been about a week since I've actually recorded here, and the majority of that time was spent fishing while I was at work during the week. So while I was sleeping at night and while I was at work, I would just stand here and AFK fish. And we have, you can see I have 84 levels right now. That's all AFK fishing farm experience. And we've got a whole lot of loot to go along with it. I actually had to expand our little storage cave by another chunk so that I had room for all the loot. So we've got, all the fishing rods, all the bows, all the saddles, tons of fish. We'll be set on food for a very long time. And, perhaps most importantly, we have a whole lot of books. Lots and lots and lots of books. So, actually, fire protection might be useful. Do I have a really useless book here somewhere? Punch 1, that's basically a useless book. Okay, so I've got 5 mending books. We're not going to use them all right now. In fact, I don't know that we're really going to use any of them until I have an Enderman farm going, but I do want to gear up a little bit and get a few things made and enchanted and some of that kind of stuff. So, let's grab some of our lapis as well, and I definitely want to make boots so I can get feather falling. And I definitely want a good diamond sword, which I do have here. And then I know we've got, actually, one of my mending books. This guy? No. This one right here. Mending and Looting 3. That's totally going on our sword, for sure. I do want to try and kind of get some other stuff, get some enchantments on there the natural way, see what I can get. And then we'll worry about potentially getting anything that we still need using books. So, let's give this a try. Let's see what we can do. We're going to do a little bit of enchanting, and then anything that we still need on these swords, or swords and gear and stuff, we'll use books for. Because I've got books for just about every enchantment you can imagine right now. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Unbreaking 3. That's important. Protection 3. Yeah, we'll go with the Unbreaking. Please don't give me something junky. Just Unbreaking 3. That's kind of junky. Fire Protection 4. That I will take, though. And Depth Strider 3. That's not a bad one. And then I also want a Silk Touch pick. And maybe a Silk Touch shovel. Let's go enchant those as well. It's not like I don't have the levels to spare. I mean, I have more levels right now than I know what to do with. Unbreaking 3, Unbreaking 3. Let's just, we'll go for it. Unbreaking 3, oh, Silk Touch, Efficiency 4, nice. That saved us a book right there. And then this guy, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, we'll use Silk Touch. We'll use a book on that guy, and then we're good. Then we've got basically all the stuff we need. The rest of my diamonds and things I think I'm going to just kind of hold on to. Really what I was looking for was feather falling. I don't have enough diamonds to make a full suit of armor right now anyway, so we'll just kind of hold off on that just for now, and I'll worry about it a little bit more down the road. But let me find the books in here, let me get them combined in an anvil, and I'll come back to you in just a second. Alright guys, I am back. So I've got pretty much everything here now. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make a Sharpness 4 book. And then we're going to put Mending and Looting 3 on this sword. We'll put Sharpness 4 and then this guy, and that will give us Unbreaking 3, Looting 3, Mending, and Sharpness 5 on our sword. Hopefully we'll be able to get that, to use that to get a whole bunch of ender pearls, which will be very helpful. Let's see. I just realized F3H. I like being able to see the actual durability of these things. There we go. So, 10 attack damage. That's not bad. Now, next, let's do our boots. We got Fire Protection 4, Depth Strider 3. Oh, I just realized this thing doesn't have Unbreaking on it. Let's go get ourselves an Unbreaking book. That's kind of important. That's kind of an important enchantment. Let's see. Do I have a Unbreaking Mending book? No. Okay. Well, let's find one that has Unbreaking 3. Nah, we'll hold on to that. Okay. Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3. That'll do. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Awesome. Okay, so back to the little tower we go. And I think we will be good. Okay, so you Unbreaking 3. Yep. Feather Falling 4. Let's name these. Actually, I should have named my sword, too. I'm just going to name everything, my main gear, knightly stuff. So these will be the knightly boots, and there goes my anvil. And come to think of it, I don't know that I actually have enough iron to make another anvil. We should probably check on that. Let's see here. Can I make another anvil? Okay, I can. Good. We're fine. We are perfectly fine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And bam, there we go. Let's just put it right here. And now we can go back to our deeds. Okay, so we got a Silk Touch pick. This we're going to make into a Silk Touch shovel. And I will just name it the amazingly creatively named Silky Shovel. Like so, there we go. That'll let us get grass and stuff like that, which will be very helpful. And I do actually want to rename my sword. Knightly Blade. Blade sounds way cooler than sword. Wow, it's type. Really? There we go. Knightly Blade. Okay. So I think we're good. And then what was this for? Oh, yes. I was going to put super flame. I was going to put flame on my bow. So there's flame and... Is it only flame? I thought you could get flame too. I guess not. Okay. Well, I guess there's no flame too. I thought there was a flame too. I guess I was mistaken. All right, that's fine. So we now have a super bow. We've got good boots, a good weapon. I think, for the most part at least, we are in good shape. We do also have an efficient, a couple of extra diamond picks here sitting in reserve, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my Fortune 3 shovel and put that in here, keep my Silk Touch one with me. But I think I need to do some mining because, diamonds, running a little low on iron, running a little low on a few different resources. Even charcoal, even, regular coal I'm running a bit low on at the moment. So I think I am going to go do some mining now that I've got this new and improved gear, and we'll see what I come up with. So I'll come back in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, and I had a pretty successful mining expedition. I went down, I did a little bit of branch mining, got down maybe, 50 blocks or so, and ran into another cave system. And I found, unfortunately, I didn't find any diamonds whatsoever while I was down there, but I did find about 2.5, maybe 3 stacks of iron that's smelting up in the auto smelter right now. I found about a stack and a half worth of coal blocks. So that would be, how many stacks of regular coal? About roughly 14 stacks of coal, found a little bit of gold, and then I got some stone and stuff like that as well. So, all in all, relatively successful mining expedition. Would really have liked to have found some diamonds, though, but, you know, it is what it is. My inventory filled up before I found anything. But what I'd like to do in today's episode is I'd like to start to kind of working. Wow. Words are hard. I would like to begin construction on a little bit of the wall that this village is going to have, because we kind of talked last episode about some of the lore for this particular village. I just want to go to sleep. Please let me sleep. Whatever. We started working on the lore for this village, and we decided that this is kind of going to be kind of like a mercenary type place. You know, the people here, they really don't have any goods to trade because they're on top of a mountain, and there's not really a whole lot that you can raise. You know, that those farms are going to disappear. In fact, I might get rid of those farms very soon, because now that we have all those fish, I really don't need the wheat anymore. Maybe I'll keep the cows for the leather. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But what I'm thinking is right about here-ish, give or take. This is like a center point, right? Yeah. Right about here, I'm thinking we're going to have a wall. And I think this will be our floor height right here is kind of what I'm imagining. And then it'll be a wall that's made of spruce and stone brick primarily. And it will just kind of connect. How's that feel for a height? Yeah, that feels about right. Okay. So anyway, we'll have a wall here, and this wall will basically just kind of come up between these two mountains, because you got the mountain here and then the mountain here, and it will overlook this whole area, because, I mean, there's already kind of a sheer cliff here, but I think it would be pretty cool if we had a little bit of a wall going on right over here. So we're going to start working on that a little bit. And I don't have an actual wall design in mind. I haven't really planned this in creative or anything, so there might be a little derpage. Might be a little bit of derpage going on. We'll have to see. But then again, it's a wall, and walls are generally not something that I'm completely horrible at, so I think we can come up with something. And I think we can come up with something together as well. So let's put our slabs back. Let's grab some logs. Let's grab a few stacks, in fact, because we're going to need some. And then we're going to want some smooth stone. I have a feeling that is not going to be nearly enough smooth stone. I may have to go mining for stone, of all the things. But anyway, so let's see. Let me do some counting. Let me do some basic planning, and I'll come back to you in just a second. All right, guys, I am back. So we've got this kind of laid out. Now, right now, it just looks like a bridge. I realize that. It's okay. Relax. It's fine. So let's go ahead and make ourselves some stone bricks, and let's start kind of figuring this out a little bit. I think the first thing we'll want to do is kind of take this stuff behind here, and I think we're basically going to want to fill these chunks up with stone brick, like so. There we go. And also, while we're doing this, it would probably be best for us to design like one, maybe two sections of the wall, and then worry about the rest of it, later. So let's do, or maybe we'll do, well, how many stone bricks do we have? We've got a decent amount, actually. We might be able to do this whole thing. We'll see. If we if we use our blocks wisely, we might have enough. There we go. So we get something kind of like that going. And essentially we're just kind of trying to recess it a little bit to add some depth to the wall. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough to do the entire wall. I can tell right now that's not going to happen. But we will have enough to do a pretty good chunk of it. There we go. Now, one thing you'll notice, and I've talked about this in some of my other series as well, anywhere where this would appear, we are changing this block texture. We can still have this terrain in front of it, but we want this going all the way down to make it look like it's built into the ground. It just looks better. So that's what we're going to do. So we got something going like that. Now, this, I'm thinking right here, we're going to have a gate of some sort. I don't know if it's going to be a full-blown gatehouse, but we're going to have some sort of entranceway right here, I think. And then maybe it'll come, maybe it'll come out to like some kind of balcony that overlooks this a little bit more. That could be kind of cool. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll work on this a little bit as well. There we go. Do some of that. Get some of these in as well right here. My goal is to get like this half of the wall done, and then I'll go and work on getting some more stone brick. Okay, so maybe we do something like that. Then here we can maybe go up like so. I need a crafting bench, so I'm going to make, like, my 7th crafting bench. Let's just make a handful of stairs. And actually, we're definitely going to need some slabs as well. There we go. And then maybe we'll do... How does that look? That's a little weird. Maybe we'll go upside down stairs like a so. And then here, we'll bring it out to create some depth that way. And then here we can maybe go and kind of create some crenellations. Like so. And like so. There we go. Let's sleep real quick and see how that looks. I'll see what I think. That's a lot of stairs, but I mean, stone, we're not going to exactly be short on stone once we get our mining operation really up and running. How does that look? It's a bit much. It's a bit too much. I think maybe we get rid of these guys. Let's see what that looks like. Is that better? It's better, but I'm still not really in love with it. Okay. Trial and error. This is the creative process at work right here. Maybe we'll go and just lay something like that. Just keep it flat right there. And then perhaps at this level... Ooh, that's going to be kind of hard to place, but I think we can pull it off. Maybe here. We'll bring that out. What do we think of that? Just trying to add... I think we would need to do it on this side, too, to get the full effect. Let's go here. This would have been a pillar. So that's all fine. And then we'll bring this over like so. I don't know. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Let me see what I can work out here, guys. I'll come back to you in just a sec. Alright, guys, I am back, and I think I've kind of worked out something that I'm happy with. So, let's just kind of take a little bit of a look at this, and let me kind of patch this stuff up as well. I want to make sure that none of these areas back here are spawnable. These should all be good, I think. And then let's just fill... Oh, not there. Right there. There we go. Let's just fill that stuff in. And we'll put a stair, and then a couple more stairs like this. And a slab. Oh. Slab there. So that's our entranceway. For the time being, I'm probably going to put some fences or something in here to really kind of signify the door shape. But here's kind of the design that I'm working with, and that I think I like. I think it works pretty well. So, a couple of stairs like that, super simple. We're actually going to go ahead and clear this out, I think. Just so the wall right here matches up. There we go. And then I'm just going to put a couple cobblestone stairs in there. Oh. And then up here we've got upside down stairs, regular stairs, connected like so. So, I mean, it's a really, really simple design. Like, it couldn't be... It could hardly be any simpler than this. But I think it looks pretty good. And I think it really kind of accomplishes what I need it to accomplish. Maybe I clear this one out too. At least for the most part. There we go. And then we put walls like that, right? Yeah. Okay. So, then I think what we would do next is we would take those fences across the top, much like we did with the other walkways in the village. I think that'll look good. And I'll probably put torches maybe on the outside, actually. That might be a little better. If we did the torches like this. Just kind of hide them on the outside. They should still provide enough light between all the torches that are going to be up here, because we'll have torches essentially on both sides. Not over there. Just here. There. 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 And there. There we go. And then let me go ahead and get some oak fences and get those filled, and we'll take a look at it. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I'm, all in all, pretty happy with this wall. I like the way it turned out. I think there's a few things we might do with it. We might add, like, some buttons here, maybe some more detail and some cobblestone fences and things like that. Maybe, let's just grab those. And I'm just going to grab all this smooth stone because I don't have a whole lot of it anyway. So maybe over here, right up against this one, we could do something like this just to give it a little bit more structure. And whatever we do on that side, we're going to mirror on this side. And then maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we just make some buttons that grow across the top like that. And we'll fall. We'll fall a lot, in fact. That's our speciality. Oh, come on now, get up there. There we go. But maybe just some buttons that kind of go across there. And then we can even do, let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to get tons more smooth stone anyway when I go mining next. So maybe we put some buttons in along here as well. Just to kind of add a little bit, just a tiny bit of extra interest to the wall. Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty good. Want to do that to this side as well. And I did go ahead and put kind of like a portcullis in here. I don't know if I necessarily like that portcullis design the best, but it'll do for the time being at least. It'll work for now. We can always switch it out later if we decide that that's what we want to do. Oh, get up. There we go. Okay. So there we go. We've got ourselves a wall that kind of sections off this part of the village. And then all we really need to do, the only thing left, is essentially to take this pathway and bring it up there. And bring it out going this way. And that's basically it. Other than that, we are essentially done with that. So let's knock out the pathway super quick. Since there's not a ton that we really need to do for it, I'll just grab some slabs and some stairs. That should be enough, I think. And we're going to lead the pathway kind of like this. So we still want it kind of recessed into the ground a little bit. Like if you can have it down half a block like it is here, I think it looks a lot better. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. Although I just realized that this is... Our floor level here is like right here. So we should probably mark that out. And I think we're going to have to make the slope here a bit more dramatic. But maybe we'll bring it... Oh, not there. Come on now. Maybe we'll do this. And that... I think that'll be adequate. Yeah, that gets us up there. Okay, cool. And then the stairs will come back down, and we'll have... Maybe we'll put a deck or some sort of, like, platform, balcony type thing out here. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But I think for now, we'll just leave it like this. And I think I am out of time for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.